Hello, welcome to Sidelines of History, where we look a little bit at this, we look a little bit at that, and somewhere in the middle, we see something that we never saw before. I'm your host, Gabriel Tolliver. So, welcome, Sidelines of History. The video that you're about to watch is ancient, kind of old, and reflects moments in time. We're talking about MDMA and PTSD. See, when people think of MDMA, they think it's the party drug, you know, the Molly, ecstasy, all that, then some. But truth be told, you weren't really taking real MDMA. You probably had a little taste of it, but the most of it was, you know, other things. We're not talking about club style, but pure. You gotta put the emphasis on pure MDMA. In this case, we're talking about MDMA as a way to treat post-traumatic stress disorders found in veterans, first responders, in terms of trauma. So there's this company out in California called, its acronym is MAPS. You can look it up, MAPS, MAPS.org. And they are into the scientific study of hallucinogenics, cannabis, as a way of therapy and helping people move through their traumas. So, you know, when we think of MDMA, you know, it brings back a lot of memories for some good, some bad. But the concept of, you know, psychoactive drugs, it's still up for debate with the powers that be. But we got to applaud organizations like MAPS who are pushing the envelope to find effective ways for these folks to be able to deal with these traumatic things. So, I'm going to introduce to you a little story about MDMA. Check it out.
MDMA, commonly known as pure ecstasy, is club culture's party drug of choice. But the pure form of the drug, MDMA, may hold promise for thousands of victims of traumatic stress.
I served in the United States Marine Corps back in the early part of the Iraq War. I'd been living with PTSD for 7 years, not really being able to put a name on it. I didn't know what was going on with me. And I reached a point where everything was so bad.
MDMA is illegal, a Schedule I drug. But for Nigel McCoury and veterans discouraged by VA mental health programs, some are beginning to explore the alternative methods of drug therapy to treat PTSD.
After the first session with MDMA, the sleep problems that I had been experiencing since Iraq were basically, I couldn't sleep. It would be 5, 6 in the morning when I could finally go to sleep, and that would be about the time that I was needing to wake up and go to work or school. The sleep improved almost instantaneously.
The organization, MAPS, has been pressing for the therapeutic use of MDMA.
MAPS is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. We design and sponsor, conduct, and fund all sorts of research looking at the beneficial uses of psychedelics and marijuana to treat a variety of mental health conditions.
Recently, MAP celebrated their 30th anniversary with a gala fundraiser to help raise $400,000 toward conducting Phase 3 FDA clinical trials.
Our current main process right now, our current project, is developing MDMA-assisted psychotherapy into an FDA-approved prescription treatment for post-traumatic stress disorder.
We're having a series of dinners all over the world where people are sort of coming out about their use of psychedelics and sharing stories and donating to the purchase of 1 kilogram of medical grade MDMA, which is going to cost us $400,000. We've been able to show that people that have had chronic treatment-resistant post-traumatic stress disorder, people that have been stuck sometimes for decades, are able to make progress with the combination of MDMA-assisted psychotherapy.
Gotta get down.
Rocket attack.
Open fire, compound! Suppressing fire!
PTSD is often triggered by sights, sounds, and smells of combat, or even fireworks.
And this is the first 4th of July since coming back from Iraq where I could tolerate watching fireworks. I had no desire to be afraid. We have so many veterans that don't have any options. This is a small experimental study that so many veterans just have no option of getting into. This healing is something totally real, totally useful, and I feel guilty in a way because I've been able to experience this healing from PTSD, and we have so many veterans that don't have any options.
Thank you for watching Sidelines of History. What you just watched was a combination of footage from my time in the military, and that'll be a whole other story that we'll get into as a 46 Romeo telling the soldier story. And the other footage is from MAPS's annual fundraiser gala that happened in 2017 in the beautiful city of Oakland, California.
Now hold up, before we go any further. I gotta shout out the UC Berkeley Graduate School of Journalism and my classmates Kyle, Merrit, Ludowitz, and Akira, Olivia, Kumamoto. We did this in 2017. Now back to the video.
Okay, thank you for watching. We hope you come back, and remember to subscribe right here. And we're also on Instagram. We're also on Facebook. See you next time. I'm Gabriel Allan Tolliver, Sidelines of History, with the key